All right, guys, so we got a quick video here. We're just going to look at this question, and this is what you're going to be working on in your quizzes on the next slide, okay? So we have Alexandra finds that she can give 3 haircuts. So I'm going to underline 3 haircuts right here in red. So 3 haircuts, and then 2 hair dyes. So she can do 2 hair dyes. I'm going to underline that in green. And she can do that in 315 minutes. 315 minutes, okay? And then given 2 haircuts, so again, I'm going to go back to red. So 2 haircuts, and then 4 hair dyes. 4 hair dyes take 450 minutes, okay? It's asking you which system of equation represents the situation. And this will be the first problem that you guys work on, okay? So I'm going to write this out and kind of show you how this works. So we have 3 haircuts. And when you work through these guys, you might see this intuitively and just understand kind of what's going on. And that is totally fine. Please do that. If you want to stop the video now and try this on your own and in quizzes and then come back to it, that's totally fine also, okay? So we have 3 haircuts. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write 3 haircuts. So 3 haircuts. And then I'm going to add, so 3 haircuts and 2 hair dyes. So I'm going to add 2 hair dyes. And then Alexandra is able to do that in 315 minutes. So that would equal 315 minutes. Right? That's how long it takes her to do these things, okay, if I add them together, right? And so also we have another situation that's talking about the same things, but it is a different situation. So the next thing we're talking about is we're saying that she can do 2 haircuts. So 2 haircuts, right? Plus, right, and 4 hair dyes, and 4 hair dyes, okay, 4 hair dyes in 450 minutes. So notice these are different, right? This is 3 haircuts, this is only 2, this is 2 hair dyes, this is 4. So it went up, right? And it takes her 450 minutes to do these things, okay? This combination of things, all right? So what I want you to do here is I'm going to try to relate this to an equation. And the only difference, the only thing we have to do here is understand variables. That is literally all it is. Instead of saying 3 haircuts, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say haircuts. I'm going to say Y represents haircuts. So instead of, so Y is a haircut. So instead of saying 3 haircuts, I'm going to say 3Y, okay? And then instead of hair dyes, I'm going to say X represents hair dyes. X represents hair dyes. Okay, so instead of plus 2 hair dyes, I'm going to say plus 2X. Plus 2X, because X are hair dyes. Okay, and then I'm still going to say, well, it equals 315. Right? And I don't need to put the minutes because I don't know what this is, right? If we change this to variables, these are units, so we don't have to worry about this, okay? So then if we were looking at this as an equation, this would be 3y plus 2x equals 315, okay? And then we could do the same thing with our second equation. Because remember, if we're talking about a system of equations, we're talking about 2 or more equations, all right? So we have 2 or more situations right here. So I'm going to keep it the same. I'm going to say y is my haircuts. So instead of 2 haircuts, I'm going to say 2y. And then instead of hair dyes, I'm going to say x. So plus 4x. And then I'm sure you can figure out the rest. It equals 450. Okay, so here we have 2 equations, 2 different equations. We have equation 1 right here. That's equation 1. And then down here we have equation 2. Okay, so when you go through these problems, it'll sound like this. They'll read out like this. And then what you're going to look for in your answer are the equations that match. So you'll think about what do they need as a variable when they're talking about these things, okay? But this will be the first one you look at. If you want to just literally do this and look at it, then that's totally fine. All right, thanks.